Hey, professional pickleball players, this is Dr. Michelle. I wanted to talk a little bit today about communication with your doubles partner. It's a tough thing. I've had quite a few doubles partners, and I can honestly say I haven't had a consistent one, not because of communication, but communication is so critical when you're working with someone else on court. But here's the thing. You can't just communicate the way you maybe want to be communicated to, because that isn't always how other people hear things, take things in. And I think the second most important thing is that communication is not easy. Believe me, I teach communication to graduate students. And for the many years that I've been teaching communication, I just wonder how any of us communicate with each other because it's so complex. But the bottom line with communication is you need to have a relationship with whoever your doubles partner is going to be. Developing the relationship is critically important. It just is, because you're going to be working very closely together. And as we know, there's emotions running high during competition. And it just makes it so much easier when you develop a good, solid foundation with the person that you're going to be playing with. Look, this doesn't mean that they're going to be your BFF. But you do need to have a solid foundation so that you can communicate the good stuff, the bad stuff, the ugly stuff, and kind of everything in between, right? Like, yo, pull it together. But you got to know how to say that, right? Like, not everyone can take that feedback in that way, right? So developing the relationship and having a solid foundation is number one. And that doesn't mean just knowing who they are as a pickleball player, but that means getting to know them as a person, going and doing things together, even if it's just grabbing a coffee or a quick lunch. Again, this does not mean that you're going to be BFFs necessarily, but you have to get to know each other and how you work together and how you think and how you operate. And, all of that stuff is critically important if you're going to be playing pickleball together on court. The next thing that is critically important is how you communicate. I get asked this question all the time. How do I communicate to my pickleball partner? Well, if you have a good relationship, that definitely helps, because then you have a better sense of how to communicate. But here is the key. Shh, don't tell anybody. This is going to be a secret. Ask, right? How do you want me to help support you if you're struggling? How do we want to celebrate the good, happy moments? Ask your partner what they want and then try to communicate in that way. I mean, I love when people ask me, what do you need? Even people that I don't know that well. I mean, I think it's just important that you ask. Just get in the habit of asking. It's so simple, right? And sometimes they might not know, and there may be moments that are more difficult than others. And again, that's where a really solid foundation of a relationship is helpful. But build the relationship, because this is someone you're going to have a relationship with, at least on court, if not off court. And then ask them, and you guys talk about how you want to communicate on court. Those would be my top two, 1 and 2, when it comes to communication. There's obviously a lot more, but those are, I would say, really important. So this is Dr. Michelle coming at you, trying to help you align the head and the body so the two work more optimally together. I'll see you soon. Bye.